If you could sum up Keir Starmer's performance so far as Prime Minister in one word, what would it be?
Diabolical.
Abysmal.
Absolute rubbish. He's a disaster for this country.
Disappointing.
I think I can speak to most people. We've had enough.
I think it's ideology first for the Labour Party. Many farms don't make a lot of money, and basically we need our food security. I think every person who's concerned about food security should be on the streets the same as we are today.
If my children want to carry it on, they will probably have to sell about a quarter of a farm in order to be able to keep going, because the return on capital is so low that you can't afford to pay a tax bill out of the farm income.
And is it feasible for the farm to survive if you have to sell a quarter of it off?
Unfortunately not, no. It's a struggle as it is.
How is this new tax policy going to affect your farm?
Well, it makes it undoable, doesn't it? Like, my dad's worked his arse off his whole life, basically, as Ollie Howson saying, to pass it down to me and likes of Goose and that lot, and it ruins like what he's been working for. But it's nice to see so many farmers here actually coming to support it, because nobody really knows what it's going to look like when I'm my dad's age. So hopefully this can actually give him a kick up the arse sort of thing.
Now, I mean, a lot of people might say that in order to raise the funds to pay the inheritance tax, you could just sell off a few fields that you're not really using. What would you say to that?
I think the people who say that don't really have a clue about it at all. Like, my family's farmed our farm for generations, and it's not just as simple as selling off some fields to pay it, because when you sell off these fields, what's it going to go to? Like, you sell it off to development or some of these new infrastructure projects, and that's food. That's fields out of production for food for life, basically, because they're not going to go back to that, are they? People need to sort of back British farming because it's the best in the world.
This tax will destroy the countryside, farming life, and rural communities. A lot of it is more than just farming, it's actual rural countryside communities, and there's no thought or consideration being given to that. Total wipeout, absolute shambles.
Do you think that the Labour Party understand rural communities?
Totally disconnected, disengaged, no understanding, not willing to meet, not willing to engage.
The thing is, a lot of people are going to lose the opportunity to actually get into agriculture. You know, the government needs to understand it's so much more than just a business. You've got to think about all these lives that are here today. I mean, they're only going to go home and go back to it and get back to work. It's not just one spectrum. There's so many things that branch from agriculture itself. It's not just us as farmers that will be affected, it's all the other businesses that help us to do what we do. Look at all the people that have showed up here today to protest. I mean, it's incredible, really. And I think they don't understand what a vast community it is. British countryside would not look the way it does without farmers.
Do you think that farmers count as working people?
Of course they do. Absolutely. It's exactly what they are. Farmers, my grandfather and my uncle are farmers, and they're some of the hardest working people in the country, I would say.
Are you a farmer?
Yes, I am.
And how is this policy going to affect your farm?
To immediate cash flow pressure, which it's already under. We're suffering serious cash flow problems due to the poor harvest we've had this year, and immediately on the back of this budget I'm going to be 50,000 worse off next year. I just don't think they're listening at all. I just don't think they're listening, and they really need to wake up today and get behind us.
And are you hoping to hand your farm down to your children?
Yes. Yeah.
And what does their future look like if this policy goes ahead?
It looks pretty grim. Pretty grim.